Hello and welcome to another video. Here we go. It's going to be a review of the Lootas in the new codex. Obviously I've done one from the index, but this is an updated version with stratagems, etc. So before we carry on, if you'd like to see more videos like this one, grab your chopper and hit the subscribe button and smash the bell button in, as any orc should, and you'll see more videos along this line. Cool. So what we'll do is we will skip straight to the Lootas section. Some people might suggest that I would make a note of the number, but I didn't. Oh no, that's Tankbusters. That's another video. Lootas, there we go. Cool. So, a looter, as I may have said before, I'll stop saying that because obviously I could be spending a full video doing that. A looter is almost a carbon copy of your standard orc boy. So, he moves 5 inches. He can advance obviously somewhere in the region of 11 inches if he wants to. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 5. You can read, you're not blind. So, strength and toughness and all the rest of it, same as a boy. Now, with the exception here, with a couple, is that he has actually got a better gun. So, he's got the def gun, which is 48 inches. It's heavy D3, so if he moves, he's going to be hitting on 6s. But let's be honest, all ballistic skill, not the best in the best of the world, but here we go. You have a strength 7 weapon with a -1 to the armor penetration, and it does 2 damage. So obviously on here it says before the unit fires, roll 1 dice instead of 5, 10, 15, whatever you've got anything, you roll 1 dice to control it. This is good and bad. Now obviously you could average out more hits if you had individual ones, but you could control the dice roll here with a command point if you don't do too well. Obviously if you get a 2, don't go crazy and try and reroll that. If you get a 1, why not? Why not? So, you also have the spanner, which is okay. It says, for every 5 models, a spanner can take the place of a looter. Now, I believe this time they can have a big shooter, a rocket launcher, obviously the custom Mega Blaster. So you can do what you want with that. You don't have to, but you can obviously repair a vehicle. So if you're in a truck, sitting in a truck, you can have one of your thingies healing the truck. No, you can't. Can you? I do not know that one. I feel like I might be wrong because I feel like you have to have them outside of the vehicle to be able to do it. But we'll just say that they can do it possibly before we move on. So that's pretty good. So with an orc ballistic skill being 5+, you're going to hit somewhere in the region of about 1/3 of the time. Obviously on this one it says you can have 5 additional up to 10 additional, so you can have a total of 15 if you wanted. Now when I've done my little bit of maths, a looter is 17 points. If you don't include the mech, the spanner, then that's pretty much it. So you'd have 15 orc looters, 17 points, which comes to around about 255 points. If math and my calculator serves me very well, that will be the truth. So, what do I suggest for using these guys? So obviously they're cool on their own, right? Got some good rolls. Strength 7's pretty nifty. It's not best in the world, no, but for the quantity of shots that you're going to get out there, you're going to do pretty darn well. Let's go to the, where are we? Clan cultures. Here we go. So there is some other ones that are kind of okay. So another one for a good one for them, possibly not the one we're going to go for today, is the snake bites the old ways. Obviously, a 6+ to 1 is not lost, so it's kind of cool. 15 guys, one in every 6 is going to survive anything that is thrown at him, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look. However, I mean, obviously you can have a little look at these individually if you wish, but. Okay, so another one is the Death Skull 6+ invulnerable save. That's kind of cool, but it's not what we're going to go with today. We're going to go with the Bad Moon. Since it's a shooter unit, you're going to reroll 1s for attacks made by models with this culture in a shooting phase. This is not like Cadians in that you have to stand still. You do not have to stand still. You can be as mobile as you flipping well want to. This is a awesome little thing, especially for orcs. Ballistic skill, hit them 1/3 of the time, 1/6 of the time, you're going to get to reroll the miss. That's you know, good in anyone's book, but an orc's book, that's pretty good. So obviously you're going to increase your chances of hitting. I will go over the numbers in a second, but another thing that I did want to talk about was the stratagems. I mean, I'm pretty close to the stratagems anyway, but we'll just skip to the bottom. Stratagems, where are you hiding? There you are. Let's have a little look. So I did want to have a look at the Mordaka. Let's find that one. Shout out loud if you see it before I do. Where are we? Mordaka. Here we go. Mordaka. There is no such thing as too much Daka. Cool. Orc stratagem, anyone can use it. Use the stratagem before an Orc unit from your army shoots in the shooting phase. Until the end of that phase, the unit's Daka ability triggers on an unmodified hit roll of a 5 or a 6 instead of a 6. So every hit that you normally do, assuming you don't move, is going to create another hit. That is insane. The numbers that I've provided in the next part of the video do not include that, just because that's just not the way I did it. But it is pretty cool. However, what I would suggest doing, maybe, someone in the comment section can tell me down below whether it's better to do the other one or this one that I'm about to show you. Where are we? Is it in the next page? There is a next page. Orcs have a fair amount of showing off. So because we've picked the bad moon for the reroll of 1s, we can use the stratagems. 2 command points. It says use this stratagem immediately after resolving a shooting attack with a bad moon's infantry unit in your army. That unit can shoot all of its weapons, good gosh, a second time. This stratagem can be used only once per phase. Rather obvious. It's pretty insane. And obviously a looter squad can get off a lot of shots. So in this instance, you could well, so let's take a full squad of looters of 15, okay? You roll a d3, you can get either 1 shot each, 2 shots each, or 3 shots each. Good gosh, this sounds like a tongue twister for me. You start 15 shots. I'll tell you what, we'll do the max and we'll go down to the minimum. That's probably the best way to do it. Out of 45 shots, 1/3 of them are going to hit. So you're going to get 15 shots that are going to hit. With your 6s, you're going to get an additional 7.5, which is 1/6 of the 45, unless, again, my calculator and my maths failed me. You're going to get 7.5. With the rerolls of 1, which, I didn't really take into account rerolling 1s from the 6 is the additional shots, which you can still do, so you can get more shots than I'm about to tell you. So you get an additional 7.5. So let's have a little look. So out of the 7.5s, so it's 15 shots in total, 1/3 of them are going to hit. So we're going to get 15 additional hits, which is going to take us to 20 hits. Strength 7 hits, 20 of them. And again, if we go down the road somewhere, if we start off with 30 shots, you're going to end up following this little flow chart that I've made. You're going to get 13.3 hits. If you start with 15 looters, you're going to get 6.6. If you feel like showing off for 2 command points, because I don't see why you couldn't, you're going to end up with, like guard, you can get a possible massive cheap load of command points. Why not? You're going to fire again, and you could get a possible 40 shots that hit, 40 hits in total after the 2 rounds of shooting, down to 26.6 or 13.2 actual strength 7 hits. And obviously, as I said, I didn't take into account the rerolls of 1s from the 6s, the additional shots. But as you can see, that is a decent amount of strength 7, -1 AP, and just some good old-fashioned orc shooting. Now, there's an additional one that you could use. I mean, there's probably more, but for 1 command point, if you're within 6 inches of some Gretchen, obviously on a 2+, a Grot dies, so you can still take all your toughness and stuff from the looters, but you can get the Gretchen to take the hits for you, meaning they're gonna survive another round of shooting and don't go just down like a sack of spuds in the dust. So, in my opinion, that is an insane amount of shots at strength 7 Let me know what you think of more of the stratagems you probably would use, or even clan cultures to make them actually even more insane. I'm probably sure I've missed something here, but let me know your experience of these. I feel like the video may have gone on a little bit too long, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much.